How you doing, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. I'm going to talk a little bit about Daggerheart and the Spotlight system, which I think is absolutely brilliant. Um, and it really came to my mind when I was reading a post online that somebody put where they tried to alter it, or the Daggerheart Master DHM or Dagger Master DM. Ooh, look at that. Um, Tried to alter how it works. I guess going kind of like a round robin. And I'm going to read the post and everything, and I also have the setup from their map and everything, so we can kind of go over and comment on it. Okay, so this is from the guy posted anonymously, so I guess I can use it. We're all new to the Dagger Fall system, Dagger Heart. I think there's some like translation issues on this. Dagger Heart system with only 6 sessions now under our belts, but we're certainly not unexperienced in the whole RPG arena at all. Some of us have been role playing together for over a decade now, and in that time, we've played more than 10 different games. Ooh, good for him. The thing is a situation arose in our session the other day. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible with a diagram to illustrate. A combat situation. Okay. 4 heroes, 1, 2, 3, and 4, cleverly named, against a giant skeleton with 3 wolf skulls. Letter A. He marked it letter A. A giant clank seraph, a Qatari ranger, a Samaya rogue, and a fungal druid. The seraph was engaged in melee range with a giant skeleton who only had melee range attacks, which I guess is the skeleton, whilst the others were attacking from close far range with a bow, a blunderbuss, and magic. Now, our GM insisted on players all taking turns each round of combat. It's a little complicated than that, I guess a little more complicated than that. But it's so everyone gets a look in, especially the quietest ones at the table, our druid players. So the druid guy's kind of quiet. Okay, that's fine. It's not done in a strict order like an initiative-based system, but it has led to a number of problems. Is this situation sound within the rules? Okay, so this isn't quite what happened, but it's close enough for my question to be answered, I think. Okay, player 1 attacks, hits, doing damage. So that's the giant clank, and they even made his token bigger. Right, so it must be a hybrid between a giant and a clank. Okay, so hits doing damage. Okay, good for him. GM pays a fear to interrupt the player's turn, but misses. I don't think he's actually interrupting. I think the GM just took a turn, spent a fear to attack. And I guess he's attacking the clank. Player 1 is ruled out of counterattacking despite other members of the party being forced to fire in combat and the giant clank blocking line of fire. All right, so this is an issue because in Daggerheart it's a spotlight system. There aren't, it's my turn. It's not my turn. I can't do anything. That's not what the game is about. So I assume he's saying number 2, which I guess is the druid, cannot fire on the hound because the clank is blocking him, doesn't have line of sight. Here's an example, the beauty of Daggerheart, where, keeping within the fiction, the druid could yell, "Hey, you bucket of bullets, duck," and then fire. That makes sense. The clank could even move. Let me move out of the way for you. There's no real attacks of opportunity unless you take that as an ability in one of the classes. It gives you attacks of opportunity. So, okay, so that player is a little frustrated now. He just hit me. I want to try and hit him back. All right. Player 2 attacks with the bow. Oh, wait, you just did. But the attack was rolled with fear, so the play passes to the game master. Okay. Skeleton attacks the seraph again, which is the clank, and his evasion is rubbish, 9, and he is hit this time. So, okay, that's not too bad. I mean, a 9 evasion, rolling on a d20, whatever the bonuses that dog has, three-headed skeleton dog. But you also have things to mitigate, like you have your armor that you can mitigate. Oh, and another thing, if somebody doesn't have line of sight, you can, if they have enough hope, they can activate a team attack, which is really freaking cool. I like that aspect of it. So you don't have to wait for your turns. Like, hey, I got this good idea. I got the hope. Let's do a team attack. Um, let's see. Player 3 attacks with his magic. But that was unsuccessful. So the play passes to the game master. Okay, so spotlight's shifted. The skeleton attacks the seraph again, as it is the only viable target. It's not really. I mean, if it was if the thing doesn't have legs and can't move, then yes, but you can actually move it. Okay, you can move that three-headed skeleton dog around. Shame on you, game master. Um, Player 4 attacks with his blunderbuss. His attack is successful and rolled with hope. But the GM spends a fear again, so once more play passes. Okay, so that's viable. Collect enough fear, you can become quite dangerous. The skeleton attacks the seraph for a fourth time. Is that a third or a fourth time? Anyway, I lost count myself. Who has not been given to counterattack for any of the attacks yet. Hey, I like tough combat as much as anyone else, but is that right, having to face 4 attacks before being able to counter? It doesn't happen with initiative-based systems like most systems we've played before, but this seems like a really hefty limitation. What are people's suggestions, or have we been getting the rules wrong? This, so yeah, I think you did get the rules wrong because the spotlight system is set up quite elegantly where it becomes out quite equal. If you're doing a round robin initiative, okay, you go, you miss, the game master goes. I think you're missing out on a lot of opportunities to do things within the fiction. Just like if you get hit and you get angry and you want to hit him right back, that's cool. Okay, I like that. Not moving the thing. Maybe it was chained up. I don't know, but not moving the enemy character, not using any other abilities. It's just kind of beating on the clank. And the clank at some point, like right after he got hit again, he could say, "I'm going to step back." In cases like this, but he can't because the game master is not letting him take a turn, not letting him have his voice. And I think that's where his frustration is coming into play. Daggerheart isn't really meant to be played like that. At least that's my interpretation of the rules. Daggerheart is more of a collaboration. I'm on my second, I just had my second adventure that I'm running for Daggerheart. And only one person kind of has some issues with the no initiative system. Thinks it can be a little lopsided, which it can be because I was stocked up on fear the entire time. I never had, I think, below 9 fear. But it worked out really well because my players say, I say, okay, who wants the spotlight next? Okay, I'm passing the spotlight to you guys. Who wants to go next? And they discuss it among themselves. And somebody might say, hey, do you mind if I go? Because I can do this really cool thing. Yeah, go ahead. Do it. That sounds awesome. And the quiet one, and he's more quiet because I think he's more technology challenged, not because he's shy or anything. They essentially, they said, you haven't done anything yet. Do you want to do something? And he's like, okay. And then he has to find out how to work his character sheet again. But that happens. Yeah, you got it wrong. You're trying to like bring in D&D and bring in, and I understand it's coming from a place where I want it to be fair for everybody, but it doesn't quite work. That's something in my eye. It doesn't quite work. Stick to the rules as written. Try it out. Get used to it because yes, it's different, but I think it's viable, especially the way they set up the rules. I don't think an initiative system could work in Daggerheart the same way I don't think a spotlight system could work in Dungeons and Dragons. It's not saying one is better than the other. They are both different. But I love the spotlight system in Daggerheart. If I have a preference, I like that better because I really love Tokyo Otherscape and City of Mist and soon to be the Legend of Mist coming out. And those don't use an initiative system either. I think what makes sense for the story should go. I'm all for using tokens, though. I like using tokens, and we use the movement rules, but nothing else. No attacks of opportunities, or we're just doing what makes sense. And I did take it really easy on the players, though. One person did die. He decided to risk it all, and just didn't work out. Those things happen. So, what are your thoughts? You think the game master was right or wrong? Curious to know. Well, I hope everybody is doing good. I will talk to everybody soon, hopefully with another video, and have a great day. Stop recording.